Two well-made dramas are available for viewing this week, and it has not been any drama in here during that commercial break, obviously.
Yes. Here to review The Good Nurse and Call Jane are film critics Pam Powell and Chuck Koplinski. Glad to have you guys here today. I'm ready for some good movies to hear about. I hope you're good.
This is the time of year, you guys. This definitely is the time of year for some better films, and Call Jane is absolutely one of them, opening in theaters. It's a really timely film, especially if you are understanding what has happened with Roe v. Wade recently. This it's in Chicago, August 1968. And we've got protesters protesting and chanting, "The whole world is watching." Joy Griffin is played by Elizabeth Banks, who you see there. And she lives in a bubble. She's married to her hubby, who's a lawyer, and she's got the perfect life outside of Chicago in the suburbs. Has a 15-year-old daughter, and she is pregnant. And she finds out that she has cardiomyopathy, a life-threatening condition caused by her pregnancy. She petitions the hospital board, made up of all men, to terminate the pregnancy so that she can live. They are only concerned about the baby's life and not the mother's welfare. This is one of the most chilling scenes in this entire movie, when she realizes that she has no rights and she has no say-so in what happens with her. She ends up going to an illegal place where she is going to get an abortion. And we see there the doctor, or we think he's the doctor, going to perform this abortion. She learns a lot about what's happening on the other side of her bubble and enters into seeing the world from a different viewpoint. This is based very loosely on a woman named Judith Arcane's story in Chicago in 1968. We get a glimpse into the women who are affected by this, and it's not just one judgment for one person. We see everyone's point of view. Elizabeth Banks is incredible in this role. Chuck and I both agree, shockingly, that this is one of Banks' best performances. You can see this in theaters now.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, usually she's like in some quirky, type of movies. Okay, we have so enjoyed your interviews with The Good Nurse, with the director, and then some of the members of the cast. So I'm hoping that you legit loved it.
Oh yeah, completely, completely. You know, as Pam said, this has been a good week for us as far as movies, and we got the good stuff here at the end of the year. And The Good Nurse, I hope, isn't lost in the shuffle, because it is really a great film. There you see Jessica Chastain. She plays Amy Logren. And there is Eddie Redmayne as Charlie Cullen. They are nurses on the same shift. She is working on her own. She's a single mom trying to raise her two daughters. She also has a heart condition, and she cannot let the hospital know because she's 4 months from her first anniversary, and at that point she then gets insurance coverage, as fair as that all is. They become very good friends. He takes care of her. Everything's great until she is told that he is being accused of murder, that he has been on a rampage, and we eventually find out that he, they think, killed over 400 people.
Oh my goodness.
Over the course of nearly a decade, working at various hospitals. And there you see the cops. They're trying to get to the bottom of all of this, and they can't do it without the help of Amy. What's interesting about this film is, I mean, true crime is really a hot genre right now. This movie doesn't focus on recreating the crimes. It doesn't focus on the cops the procedural and trying to bring him in, although that is definitely a part of the story. It deals with this friendship. And you can't help but put yourself in her shoes. I mean, think of your best friend, and then think of what you would do if you were told, oh yeah, by the way, he's a serial killer.
Wow. What
would your reaction be? And this woman, Amy, truly a heroic person. The things that she ends up having to do, she ends up bringing him into justice. Like I say, this one really shook me up, and there's one scene in there Pam and I were talking about just a few moments ago that hasn't left me. Redmayne, you know, he's usually the nice guy, the reserved guy, and he's never had a role like this, and boy, he is terrifying.
This is true.
Absolutely
true
terrifying.
story.
Wow.
True story. You can watch it now on Netflix. Again, make sure you see this, and I'm hoping we will be talking about this at the end of the year as far as awards are concerned, because the performances are great, and I really like this movie.
Okay, two to put on the list for the weekend.
And one more real quick, My Policeman with Harry Styles. We both like that one as well. It's in theaters, and it'll be on Amazon next Friday.
Look at Harry Styles making the crossover to movie star.
He's good.
I didn't realize he was a singer.
Yeah, Pam.
Pam Powell living under a rock. There we go.
That's so funny.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yes,
we appreciate those reviews.
So much. All right, well, for more reviews and witty banter, check out The Real Talk with Chuck and Pam, their YouTube channel for video reviews and segments, or go to their website for links to their weekly podcast.